families.
After Susie Buffett died in 2004, Warren decided to give away his entire fortune.
Susie made a humanitarian out of you.
Well, she changed me in a lot of ways.
He's already pledged $31 billion to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Still a genius at making money. Spending it is another thing. He lives in the house he bought in 1958.
You're living in a starter house?
Yeah, I'm living in a starter house, and it's a happy house.
A private jet is his only indulgence. He says he'd like to be buried with it.
But the rest of my life could be lived by somebody that earns $100,000 a year.
Which happens to be his salary for running Berkshire Hathaway.
You get a salary of what?
$100,000 a year.
That's what you're paid?
Yeah.
The board of directors thinks that you're worth $100,000 a year?
Well, I don't ask them, actually. Money has no utility to me. That's why I'm giving it away, because it does have utility to other people. I mean, this country is fabulous. I've had this huge tailwind through my life because I've had American business behind my back, and this country works. It's worked magnificently. Overall, the country, our output per capita goes up and up and up. Now, how it gets divided in the last 30 years, I'm not happy with. The Forbes 400 in 1982 had 92 or 3 billion. Now they have 2.4 trillion. So they've got 25 times what they had.
The 400 really rich people.
The trickle down has not worked very well. And it's gushed upward, basically, instead. To the extent that people think our tax rates make us non-competitive in the world, I think they're wrong.
What about the argument that you cut corporate taxes, you make it easier to do business, you will grow the economy?
American business has done sensationally in recent years. They're awash generally in cash. Debt is cheap. Conditions are terrific for American business, and the country is going to do fine over time. The goal should be to make sure that every one of our 325 million people do reasonably well.
In American history, few have done as well as Warren Buffett, who made the decision to get rich at the age of 21. He exceeded his own dreams, but at 87, he's redefined the meaning of rich.
If you really want to measure how rich you are, it's how many people love you. Really, whether the people you care about loving you love you.
See, a great teacher, because that is so true. And that is what I learned as a young person from being around them.
Teacher. He'd like that inscribed on his gravestone.
I'm not in a hurry to do it, but I...
Tell me, what does it say on that gravestone?
Well, I'd like it to say, here lies the oldest man that ever lived, actually. But teacher will do fine.